Hey there, Chief. Dennis Farina here, and welcome to JSYK with Dennis Farina. Just so you know, I'll be talking for most of this.
I don't think so. This is the Cage Man Uncaged podcast with your main caster, Nicholas freaking Cage.
Now I gotta wonder, and I'm sure you do too, how this midge named Nicolas Cage thinks he can be uncaged.
Who is this midge you're talking about? It's the Cage Man. How do you not know this? Actually, guys, it's
Right.
our podcast. It's a D podcast.
That's
with
right.
Your main bros slamming skits.
Well then, just so you know, I'll be leaving for most of this.
Not D's podcasters.
Three, two,
One.
dun 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 dun.
Dun-dun.
That was the Sardarnicast
Yes.
type of intro right there.
That's
Whoa.
right.
Yeah, that is right. You don't have no idea who the Sardarnicast people are, do you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. Also, since you hate Chris Stuckman, I should just stop talking about Chris Stuckman.
Oh.
I love Chris Stuckman though.
Mm.
Anywho, I'm Slam, and this is Skits. Welcome to another D podcast.
Yes. The podcast, yes. Where we
Yes.
talk about the things in the podcast.
Yeah, we talk about random things, kind of see what you guys like and all that stuff. So here we
Yeah.
are, D podcast.
You got it. So
If anyone's listening, because the last episode was like one person watched it, so yeah!
hooray.
Woo!
America! Anyway, so how have you been?
Doing pretty well. I actually watched that movie. It's pretty hilarious.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Glad you liked it.
Stupid puppets. Unfortunately, though, we will not get a Team America World Police 2 because Trey Parker and Matt Stone were like, no, puppets are terrible. We hate doing stuff with puppets.
Yeah.
Something like that. They hated doing that with puppets. It was
Interesting.
so hard for them.
I could see that.
I can see that as well. So, yeah, I, been doing some schoolwork, getting those midterms done,
Yeah.
as they say, getting all that stuff. I've actually got into the Harry Potter fan base, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Reading those Potter books?
I'm renting one, actually, from the library.
Ah, which one?
Apparently, it's we're renting out the Sorcerer's Stone, starting out with
Okay,
the first one.
You're starting with the funny, more charming, short and sweet ones, if you can call it short.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of them, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I've read that, actually.
I haven't read a single book, so I'm starting out on this one. The thing is, like, they have this new website called like the Wizarding World instead of Pottermore now.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Because of instead of just Harry Potter, it's the Wizarding World. Because not only do you have Fantastic Beast movies, but you also have other writings from J.K. Rowling, from like the Roanoke, like abduction or whatever. It was
Right.
all like magical people.
Yes.
And I don't know. There's stuff like that on the website still. Actually, I don't know. They reorganized everything, so there's more pictures. There's more of like J.K. Rowling's like works and stuff, but it's more based on like Warner Bros. Marketing rather than like just Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling type of thing, like Pottermore was. Actually, I took the wizarding, the wizarding quiz or whatever. I forgot which house I was in. And I made it.
The sorting hat.
Yeah. I made a video about it actually, and you will see that coming soon to a theater near you. But
alrighty, that's cool.
But the thing is, though, like I took the Pottermore quiz before the Wizarding World website, and took it when it turned into the Wizarding World website, which is what the video is about. And I found that there are a lot more pictures, a lot more like artistic renderings of things rather than just a word or whatever, which I think is pretty good because I have no idea what the hell a barn owl looks like unless if I look it up, but there's an actual picture of it on the website, like a 3D like artistic rendering of it. And it looks like it's kind of origami as well. So it's kind of like, I think it's pretty both hilarious and well done, I think. Like I kind of laughed at some of the artistic renderings, like, oh my gosh, this owl's fat, this owl's skinny, the type of thing. So you'll see that and more on the Sorting Hat website. I plan on doing like a trilogy of videos for that.
Yeah.
One's there's another one with the wand, trying to get the wand, I guess. I don't even know what the heck that's about. And then another one with the, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
And there's another one about the Patronus, I guess.
Like Expecto Patronus.
That's
Patronus?
That's Expecto Patronum. But,
Patronum. I got the Patro part.
Patronus apparently is a animal sidekick.
Maybe it's related or something.
No, it's like
it's not okay.
Maybe it is. I don't know, but it's a Expecto Patronum is a spell, whereas Patronus is like an animal sidekick, I guess. All wizards have one, I guess, somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it reminded me of like Avatar. Like Avatar always has like a animal sidekick, like with Aang, aka the bald kid with the arrow on his head.
Oh yeah.
He's got Appa, his giant flying like snowy buffalo, and then the new Avatar, I guess the Korra, she's got her polar bear dog or whatever, which is, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, enough of that. Getting to Harry Potter world, so the Wizarding World, if you will. So I'll have more to say about that later, but just
excuse me.
But a lot of opinions about J.K. Rowling and how her business practices and many other things, and we won't discuss it here though.
Okay, cool.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm kind of good and bad. I'm good because I've met some girls recently in Auburn, making new friends in my classes, and it makes getting through these engineering courses easier. On the flip side, I got laid off from my internship. No! Those Swedish bastards. Nah.
These the job process, the economic backscale sucks.
Yeah, I guess the company can't afford to have me right now, and I wasn't necessarily needed there at this point. And I guess, to be totally fair, what I'm studying doesn't quite directly line up with what I'm learning at work. Or what I do at work. So, I hate that I've lost this big source of income, but ultimately I want to do something related to what I'm learning about, because I feel like if I go to SKF, that kind of holds me back from, going forward and embracing my full potential of knowledge that I'm learning about. So
yeah,
it's a good and a bad thing.
You wanted to design like keyboards, right?
Well, circuit boards.
Circuit boards. There we go.
I guess a keyboard is a circuit board in a way.
Yeah.
If you think about it, but not specifically.
It's got circuit boards in it.
Yeah, well, I guess
yeah.
it is a board in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to design a computer
board
equipment.
#boarding. Oh, electrical engineering.
Boarding. I like that. I'll have to use that one. Want to design like commercial grade electronic systems to work with, like an airport display system, or fire alarm circuitry, that kind of thing.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Ideally, I'd love to work for Stern Pinball, or Stern Amusements. Sorry, but the pay for that is not as good as I would have hoped, so that's probably a no. But I guess that's always a if all else fails kind of thing.
I mean, if that's your dream, then you would probably just work for peanuts in order to do
I would
it.
definitely not work for peanuts.
Well, then I guess it's not your dream.
Because if I worked for peanuts, it's like suicide.
Yeah, well, I guess...
for me. So, I'm not doing that.
I guess, well, it's not your dream then.
No.
If it's really your dream, you would do anything. You move heaven and earth in order to work there.
I don't know if there's any place I'd work for peanuts for.
There's plenty of places I would work for.
I would love to work for, like, even maybe like IBM or
I'd work.
Apple, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Apple.
Maybe. I mean, I would work for peanuts
Or
if
Dell.
I got to work for a Disney or Warner Bros. Or Paramount
even
or
for
Apple or
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in the entertainment industry. I would work for literal pennies in order to get my foot in the door for that.
Even for me as an engineer, if I work in electrical engineering for Disney, I could do stuff for the theme parks maybe. So,
yeah. Well, there you go.
That's always a possibility. So, yeah.
As it says in the Prince of Egypt, there can be miracles when you believe.
That's really all I've been up to.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And there you have it, folks.
That's it for our lives, I guess.
That's it.
We don't have anything super busy or whatever. We don't have we're not, social media people like stupid Logan Paul and his idiocracy. Tanya Paul. Logan Paul got married, or Jake Paul got married. One of the Pauls got married to Tanya Montague, aka Idiot on Legs. My gosh, she's like Kim Kardashian levels of idiocracy.
Oh no!
I'm not even gonna get into it.
Oh no!
But that's just stupid.
Oh boy!
She's like Tanya's stupid, Kim's stupid. They're all stupid.
Yes.
Speaking of which, great transition into a new segment I'm going to be putting into this podcast. Hopefully avoid the YouTube drama, which Tanya is a big part of.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, and I'm going to avoid her as the plague.
There you go.
But this is a segment I like to call Tubin' with the U's.
Tubin' with the U's.
Working title. Maybe Tubing with the YouTubers. Yep, there we go. Tubing with the YouTubers. That's
Okay.
it. Tubing with the YouTubers, everybody.
Alrighty.
So this is a news segment where we're going to dive into and reviewing YouTube channels, if you will. There's this great other podcast that does it, pretty much ripping it off from them, but I don't care. It's from Jar Media. And it's this guy from I Hate Everything, Alex. He's a part of it, and his brother's a part of it, and a friend's a part of it. So yeah, they go on to different YouTube channels and they rate how they are and how their content is and all that. So
Interesting.
since I talked ad nauseum about the worst YouTube video ever,
Yeah.
or close to, I've seen a lot more. I've seen worse, but since I went ad nauseum about the Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome last podcast,
Right.
today we're going to talk about another YouTube channel that the Hendry introduced me to, and he knows more about.
Yes.
What is this YouTube station?
This channel is called The Gaming Historian.
Ah, yes. Very nice.
A great channel and a great man. And to be totally honest, I don't remember the guy's name.
Well,
That's unfortunate. So yeah,
it's Norman's son.
Norman is the man's name.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
I
Norman.
remembered
Holy
finally.
Crap, son.
Thank you. So
My viewers like you. Thank you.
you're welcome, PBS.
Now, let's
Go
talk.
ahead.
Let's talk about this guy. So, here's what we're going to do.
All right.
We're going to pretty much go over his content, talk about the man himself and how he got started.
Yeah.
Talk about his content and all that. Talk about his most recent video,
Yeah.
and talk about the flaws that we have with his content and all that. So, son, why don't you tell us about Norman?
So Norman is a guy who's had his channel for a few years now, and he likes to talk about the historical elements of the gaming industry, not from like, oh yeah, cool retro games, man, yeah, retro. It's more like so this lawsuit happened in 1980 whatever, and
Yeah.
Nintendo's lawyer Lincoln Howard, who always is Nintendo's lawyer until more recently,
Yeah, he's not a
did whatever. So
he's not really a jokey kind of channel like
It's
Mr.
not-
Mr. Plinkett or,
AVGN, yeah.
Although AVGN was a very big influencer with him.
Yes, they do work with each other sometimes even.
Yeah, but AVGN came out first, and
Right.
this made Norman kind of like want to do
Yeah.
like gaming historian type of things.
Right.
And he had a more like, I guess like when he first started, like no one was doing like, actual in-depth, like serious videos about gaming like they would if, like a true documentary or something. They're all jokey and whatever,
Right.
like the AVGN. So he, I guess, decided to have like a very serious, in-depth, like pulling out all the history, all the critiques, just like everything about this one particular like software or hardware of some kind of gaming, of all things gaming, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that not correct?
I would say that's a good way to put it. Norman's channel is it is a bit more serious. He throws some humor in there. It's a different kind of humor. It's very simple and subtle, but it's very effective if you pick up on it.
A lot of his humor has to deal with his like real personality, which
Yeah.
I think he's fine with you kind of laughing at him, but not like making fun of him, but as per usual with humans. But
Oh,
some things he does is just so nerdy, but he doesn't care. It's just
And he
hilarious.
owns up to it fully.
Yes,
That's why he has a beautiful wife.
Oh yes, he does.
Probably.
Norman, good job, my dude. Holy
Yes.
crap. Teach me the ways, anyway. So, so a good example of this can be found in his most recent video.
Yes.
With, he did like this one video about, the game, as of this recording, his most recent video is, the Game Boy, like, fishing sonar
Yeah.
thing, which I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know fishing sonars even existed.
Well, they
for the mass.
exist. They've existed for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't even know they existed for like the regular old Joe, but they do.
They do. If regular old Joe wants to go on a fishing trip, Joe's boat may have a Jonar.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, there's a pun right there.
I guess. I mean,
A sonar, though. Yeah.
I thought it was just for like high class like sporting fishermen, but I guess
I mean,
for everybody.
A lot of boats have them on board, I think.
All right, well, enough about that. Let's talk about this guy.
Right.
So, I don't know. You kept on laughing about his hats and all
Yes, he had this seeing his videos a lot, and then seeing him fishing in a lake with this very stereotypical fisherman's hat on, along with his his kind of quirky, nerdy glasses and everything. Like, oh, let's see if we can catch a fish. Throws the fishing rod out. It's like, oh, I think we caught one.
I think we made a point. Thanks, buddy.
So, yeah. Then he's like, I think we've made our point. Thanks for your help. And just throws it back.
Thanks
he
for your
thanks
help.
the fish so nonchalantly. Thanks for your help. Just throws it back. But yeah, it's things like that, and his animation of how it works, where he draws.
Ow, crap.
He draws himself in a cartoon animation with his fishing hat on, of course.
He's got Garfield.
And then Garfield is at the bottom of the ocean for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but
sorry, my oh yeah, I forgot to mention I had surgery.
He did. He had his tumor removed.
I had a fatty, benign tumor got out of my lower abdomen. So every time I laugh, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
So, ow, crap. Ugh. Anyway.
Yes.
Continue with your
Yes.
Garfield animation.
So Garfield's in the ocean, and I guess that's a thing.
Ow.
So in a lot of his videos, he does a lot of the illustrations, and he draws like these legal battles in courtrooms, which is kind of funny to see. Especially, and I love when he talks about the Nintendo defense attorney Lincoln Howard's. Always loves to talk about Lincoln Howard.
Yeah, because he was a big, huge lawyer during a lot of the crap Nintendo did back in the day.
Especially with the two big lawsuits with Atari, it's a Tengen, however you pronounce it, and with what was the other one? Oh yeah, there was a whole case about video game ratings when a bunch of violent, bloody things started appearing in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, you got all that from the gaming historian. I mean, he does some good work. I mean,
you will learn a lot.
Not that I'm qualified to say, because I'm going to get into. I guess I'll get into it later. But there's two things that he does.
Right.
One is keeping most of his videos short and sweet, which is a big plus. And two, he doesn't waste any time, with jokes or whatever. He just gets to the point, describes everything in excruciating detail. And most of the time, he goes out of his way to get the stuff that he's talking about and show everyone up close and personal, with the gaming sonar and all that. So yeah, there's that. Here's a critique from his videos, and I saw it a little bit in this most recent video of his. A lot of the times he repeats himself.
He does.
And I find that to be a little jarring. I wish he would not do that, because there's just wasted time. But I mean, he's talking a lot. He writes scripts, so he's probably redoing a whole lot of it, I guess. So, like ad-libbing a lot as well. So I think, I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling like if he doesn't repeat himself, it'll probably be like 30 seconds to like 45 seconds shorter. And I know that probably doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, in a 6-minute video, it's a lot. And I know that because I've edited a lot of videos on this channel as well as, other things. So, that being said, I wish he would stop saying the same thing over and over again. But other than that, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with his stuff, except for the fact that there's not a really good schedule.
Yeah, I agree.
Very rare, the same thing can be true with the AVGN, but the AVGN, I mean, Cinemassacre, at least they have videos coming out. Like, they have James and Mike Mondays, which comes out every Monday.
Right.
The Gaming Historian doesn't have videos that come out every week, which maybe is a problem, but I mean, granted, his content is he has to dive into a lot of research and all that and make sure he gets everything on point and all that, but still, I mean, I wish he would have something maybe a little thing every week, but I understand why he's doing that, but I mean, I wish he would have something every week.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice, but yeah, like you said, his videos probably take a long time to edit, and I don't think that his main job is that channel.
Well, his main job now is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember him coming out with a video saying that it is his full-time job. He has to support his Patreon now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it is his
Didn't know that.
job.
Well, good on him for pursuing what he's passionate about.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying there's this one thing about I follow many YouTubers who put out maybe one thing a month, right? But the thing is, there was a time when the Gaming Historian didn't put out anything for 5 months. And I was like, what the heck? Is his channel dead?
Well, I remember that. I believe he also has a generalized anxiety disorder.
Well, yeah, he also has that.
And he made a video speaking about that. And I think he was saying, sorry guys, this is why I kind of disappeared for a while. So I needed to recover from a mental health standpoint.
Yeah, that's understandable, but...
For sure.
I don't know.
I fully support that.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It was other times then his videos were gone for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know. If he's suffering through this, maybe just have some other person, maybe his wife, do something with his videos or whatever.
So, yeah, maybe if you could have someone else working with him, that'd be kind of cool. But someone, equally good as him.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. That's a nitpick, I guess. But otherwise...
Good channel overall.
His content is really good. It's really
amazing.
Solid.
I like it a lot.
And actually, it grew.
It did.
He hasn't, unlike some people, aka Doug Walker, his content grew, but his areas of expertise didn't,
You're right.
He kept on having the same characteristics, having the same general feedback of and layout of diving into every single aspect of this one particular hardware or software or whatever. And but the thing is though, the only thing that really changed was the technology aspect of it, I guess. His videos became more clear, his audio became more clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything became better and better and better.
And better.
Yeah. Unlike the Nostalgia Critic, where
it was less better and less better and less better and less better.
No, I mean,
I did that just to make fun of you.
No.
Yeah.
The camera work, the camera got better, and the stuff got better, but the audio's still crap. Like his stuff is getting like, his content is getting worse and worse. Like with the scripts and all that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, his scripts and like what he chooses to review and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, unlike the gaming historian who seems to have,
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. So I think here's how we're going to grade YouTube channels. We're going to say go or no. Go meaning go out and check out his stuff.
Go or no.
No meaning don't waste your time with this bullcrap.
All right, I would give him a very big go.
Yes, same. I mean, check this one out if you want to know like actual gaming history or whatever. You want to know like I don't know, the timeline to Super Mario, like Super Smash Bros or whatever, or how
or like the
Star Fox,
the failure of the Virtual Boy.
Yeah,
that's a good one to look at.
The history of Star Fox. You know, you can go to Gaming Historian. He will detail every detail possible, and if there's some theories or whatever, he'll tell you like it's a theory, but that's very, very rare. Like he goes out and like researches the heck out of this stuff. So yeah, go out and meet the Gaming Historian. Now let's talk about one other thing before we get into our best and worst.
Sure.
There's this comment.
Oh, that?
Yeah, there is this comment that recently came onto the channel. And normally I don't care about comments, but I thought about reading this one because it is both hilarious and stupid. And yeah. I keep on getting like these particular like comments. And while I don't endorse them, I mean, I don't know, if you want to post something like that, knowing that it's a joke, go ahead and leave the comments below, and maybe we'll have your comment up here. While the Hendride goes and coughs once more.
I'm sorry.
It is so is so annoying. Holy crap.
I must have gotten like bronchitis or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, there's this one comment by Victor Saucido. Yeah. On the on one of the biggest videos on this channel, which is the review that I did like 2 years ago on the Avatar on the first 2 episodes. And I don't know, I think I might go back and either redo that one or like go in and continue the series, because I want to talk about Avatar. Maybe since I have better understanding of some editing and some what I want to do, I might do that. But anyway, he says, trash, just delete already.
Huh.
This series is awesome. This channel is crap though.
Huh. Well, we're sorry you feel that way, Victor, but
yeah,
the channel will not be deleted, nor will the video be.
And once you actually start editing and putting videos out instead of just using YouTube Music, yeah, I researched you, idiot. You want to actually put some videos out? Hey, please be my guest. Otherwise, hey, this channel will not die. It will rise.
Yes.
Yes.
It will.
I think your channel's crap, though.
Oh.
I'm not that underhanded. Anyway, thank you for the comments. We'll make sure to, I guess, make the necessary changes, maybe?
There you go.
I don't know.
For example, we're using a new higher quality microphone today.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will give you better audio quality.
Hopefully this will appease you, Victor, from YouTube Music. Yeah, so go ahead. make my day. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny.
And now, the best and worst segment.
You just want this to end, don't you?
No, I'm just saying this is the next part.
Okay, well, here we go. The best and worst. This comment was the worst, but... So, we're going to talk about the best and worst of Ford F-150 trucks.
Trucks, man. Trucks.
Oh, yeah. And the best animated movies. Animated movies!
And there is your ear rape of the day. You're welcome.
You're welcome. So, which one do you want to get started with, son? The animated movies or trucks?
Let's start with the movies.
Well, you asked for it.
I mean,
Okay.
I went first last time, so
Oh, I guess you did. Okay.
it is only fair.
Here we go. So, animated movies. Here we go. Yeah. You will be sitting back for most of this.
Folks, I'm going to sit back and relax now.
Yeah,
because we'll
you
be
will.
here for a while.
Oh, yeah, you will, because animated movies are some of the prized modes of filming to begin with. Whether it be, you know, the first ever true animation, which was that rotoscope thing with, like, the guy riding on the horse.
Right. I built one of those.
Yeah.
And it actually worked.
Yeah, you know. Whether it be that or whatever, animation is truly a gift, you know?
It is a gift.
It is like...
It is an art form.
Yeah, it's something like people wish they could do in live action but can't. So what do they do? They go to animation.
Where the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and not only that, there's all different types of animation. There's like CGI with like Pixar movies or
Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3.
I mean, more or less, but those aren't animated movies.
But
those are live action.
CGI. Nonetheless, thought I'd point that out, folks.
More or less, but there's CGI animated movies like some like most DreamWorks movies, and Blue Sky Studios, Illumination Animation.
Yep.
There's 2D animation like classic Disney,
Classic Warner Brothers.
yeah,
Classic MGM Studios.
Yeah.
If you want to go way back.
There's stop motion animation like Wallace and Gromit.
Yup.
Leica, what they're doing in Leica, what Wes Anderson did with Fantastic Mr. Fox, and some like there's some segments in his other movies, and Isle of Dogs,
Right.
aka I Love Dogs, Isle of Dogs. Roasted. Anyway,
That is another ear rape for you, folks.
yeah, there's just a lot of really strong, really great animation. And in fact, it's not just kid stuff. Like, there's a great anime movie called Anomalisa,
Right.
where it is like stop motion animation, but it is a rated R, like, pretty hardcore animated movie.
Right.
And it's not kid friendly whatsoever. Like, kids would like be like really bored and sick and kind of traumatized by this movie.
Yes. Not all cartoons are for kids,
No.
ladies and gentlemen.
Like the Simpsons movie, where it's family oriented, but it's more along the lines of adults and teenagers.
Yeah, definitely.
Family Guy, South Park.
Family Guy and South Park especially are probably more adults only, though, than Simpsons, even in Futurama.
Yeah, but those aren't movies. However, they
And
might...
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers, which is going to get a movie. So
Oh, is it?
Yes, technically it counts.
Oh, good job, Bob.
Yeah,
Good job.
I guess they started the production process way before Disney took them over and had the ability to stop that. So there you go. Anyway,
Cool.
there's a lot of great animations out there.
There are.
Even anime.
Yes.
I like a solid anime every once in a while, like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Spirited Away. My name
Pokemon.
not Pokemon. No,
I
that's
had to bring
no.
that one
No matter what they say, I'm not. No. My Neighbor Totoro, that's a good one. A lot of Hayao Miyazaki movies. They're really, really outstanding. However, some of the best list of movies that I could have easily put as my number one best animated movie of all time is as follows. Number one, not gonna really talk about these. I'm just gonna overview of them. Non-Disney, there's The Iron Giants. That's a great one. That's more family oriented, and it's got a lot of swearing in it, surprisingly.
Oh, really?
So yeah, there's there's How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. That's great. There's the Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. All of the Laika movies I really enjoy, like Coraline, Paranorman, those types of films. I love Paranorman. I don't know what everyone says. Paranorman is like one of my all-time favorite Laika movies.
Yet you don't like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is not Laika.
I know it's a separate thing, but it's got the same vibe to it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just very simple. It's kind of, I don't know. It's I don't know why it gets a lot of. I think it's overrated. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's another one. Nightmare Before Christmas. There's even Ice Age 2, I think, is an underrated movie. All the Pixar movies, even Cars, I think Cars is good.
Thank
Wall-E, Up, the Toy Story franchise.
Yes.
Not Cars 2. Cars 2 sucks. But
yeah, that one was a bit of a midge.
Yeah, Cars 3, I will say, is probably the best Pixar.
It was
best
really
Cars, good. Not Pixar movie, no, but the best Cars movie. Yeah, the best Cars movie, I think.
I think for the Cars movies, if you're a car lover, in full scale, you appreciate the humor in it more. But for just a general audience who maybe doesn't know as much, I could see how, maybe you're like, what did that mean?
Yeah,
that wasn't funny.
Also, not only is it are the previous Pixar movies good, but they're getting a lot better.
They had a bit of a slump there, but they're getting better again.
Well, no, not just with the slump, with Cars 2 and Brave, which is not as good.
Yeah.
Monsters University, which wasn't as good as their previous work. I mean, they're getting better with Inside Out and all that, but however, their animation, even back from Monsters Inc. and Toy Story and all that, their animation is getting so great.
Yeah, if you compare,
for instance,
1995 Toy Story to Toy Story 4, which is probably
holy
what you were getting
crap,
at.
yes.
I saw that on a YouTube video once. It's insane to see the differences in the textures and the shadowing effects. It's insane.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 where it was raining. I thought that was actual, it looked really close to actual rain. And all the plant life in The Good Dinosaur was super realistic. And even the really weird animation, the Inside Out, the fuzziness.
Yeah.
The fuzzy kind of thing.
Yeah.
With the characters and the emotions in Inside Out. That is fantastic as well. They're getting a lot better. It's getting so good. You can't even distinguish between real and not real anymore.
Huh. You're right.
Even though it's super expensive, they don't care. Okay, they want to better themselves, which I am fully behind. But anyway, although many Pixar movies could be on this list, they just, including The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2, which I think are neck and neck as being really good. They're my favorite Pixar movies.
Yes.
What a surprise. Superhero movies.
I mean, yeah.
Ratatouille, Wall-E.
A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life could be on there. I mean, it's
Planes.
better than Ants.
Planes was probably not that good.
It was worse than Cars.
Cars 2.
I think it was better than Cars 2, but still, it was for really little kids. Anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. preschoolers. Anyway. So you got even though you got really great movies like Storks. I love Storks. The Lego Movie. I love the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
It looks like, film like if you use stop motion animation on Legos, it looks a lot like that, and a little bit of animation in there thrown in there. But
yeah,
you can't go wrong with Disney. Disney
you can't.
Really
can't.
Disney originated animation movies, even though technically Snow White wasn't the first animated movie.
Right.
It's one of the first, and it's fantastic. Many great ones like Dumbo, Pinocchio,
Deadass Dumbo,
Fantasia, Cinderella. A lot of great movies have come out of Disney. Even when there's some cult favorites went back in their dark ages, like the Animal Robin Hood, or Oliver and Company, or Great Mouse Detective.
Right.
Even today, they're making great movies as well, like Tangled, Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Good old Frozen.
They're making Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph.
Get wrecked for Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. However, Disney Renaissance.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love those movies so much.
That's where it's at.
It is. Oh my God. There's some nostalgia. Disney back in the 80s and the 90s, ladies and gentlemen, was...
No, not in the 80s.
Okay. The late 80s and 90s is what I meant.
There we go.
That's what I meant by 80s.
Yes. Because they
were hype.
Yeah. During the...
That's when that guy became the CEO.
Not Michael Eisner. Michael Eisner became a CEO of Disney, and then, yeah, I guess you were talking about Michael Eisner.
Yes.
Even though he made some terrible decisions.
Right. He did some good and some bad.
A lot of the good that came out of it was kind of like him. We're getting way off topic, but he.
Yeah.
Keep the short and sweet. A lot of the good kind of was like behind his back, like The Lion King.
Yeah.
And a lot of the bad was, that he was actually working on, like Pocahontas. So, that type of thing. Jeffrey Katzenberg, that is who I was talking about. Jeffrey Katzenberg, it's kind of the same thing. Like, whenever he was actually working on something, was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like Pocahontas. And a lot of the good that he did was kind of on, like, behind his back. Like
he didn't actually do.
Yeah, like The Little Mermaid. He thought The Little Mermaid was going to suck. So did Michael Eisner, but it turned out it rocked. So there you go. Anyway, Disney Renaissance, that's where it's at. It was a close call.
It was, wasn't it?
Between The Lion King, which has some of the most spectacular, beautiful animation. One of the great stories ever told in pretty much Hamlet.
Right.
And I know I don't know what you're doing, but you're like stressing out over here, like having a...
The tension is killing me. The suspense, not the tension.
The suspense, I guess.
Yes.
But, and the music is just simply wonderful. It's just some of the greatest stuff Disney's ever made. And Elton John, too.
Yes. Elton John helped make that a great movie.
However, the animated movie that I consider to be one of the best ones is Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. Excellent choice, Chief. Excellent choice.
It is. You know why?
Why?
I'll tell you why. The animation is simply wonderful, okay? It is... I don't know what it is about me and Disney princesses, but I like Disney princesses. Belle?
Yeah, all little girls did.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But Belle was actually one of the best ones to me. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, like she actually, instead of like Ariel, who's like complaining about the fact that she doesn't have anything and pretty much asks for a man to get it, she is she's a princess that goes out and does something about it and holds her own.
Got that women's empowerment.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, she has that. She has a lot of like, the animation is simply wonderful. All the characters are really well defined.
Yeah.
This is the first Disney movie that kind of I guess plays with the whole formula. Like for instance, you know, the big strapping, like muscular great man is the bad guy.
Right.
And the ugly beast is the good guy.
Yeah.
Like they played around with that.
They did.
I like that.
Good concept.
It is. Like that actually works. Unlike today when they just keep on like hammering in like, "Oh, you're a princess. If you have an animal sidekick and you run like and you're the daughter of some guy important, you're a princess. You're a princess. I'm not a princess." You know, whatever. It's so annoying now.
Very
like,
cliche indeed.
it's getting to be that way, yes, but neither here nor there. The point is, this is the first one that did it and like kind of worked and was based on the source material where it could work. And on top of all that, like I've read the book Le But in la Beast or something like that. I actually read it and it's very different, but they kept a lot of like key things in there that I found to be pretty awesome. Yeah, I won't go into them because, you know, you gotta read the book. But anyway, so also like the animation is simply wonderful. Again, like they used some CGI aspects of it, like in the ballroom scene, which was very new at the time. Very well done. This is the first one that wasn't like completely hand drawn, other than the Rescuers Down Under. This was the first one that's actually like all drawn in like the computer, or one of the first ones. The music is gorgeous. It is like Disney music, the way Disney music was supposed to be. It's like everything you could ever ask for and more, honestly. It is just so awesome, and it drives the story. I mean, this movie was even nominated for Best Picture back when they only had 5 nominees.
Right.
Not now that they have 10, but back when they had 5 nominees. This is the first ever animated movie to be even nominated for Best Picture. That's how good it was.
Man, that's some serious crap there.
Yeah, and even when they weren't even done with the movie yet, but they pretty much had everything done with like the conceptual animation done, right? They showed it at New York Film Festival, I think. Even though the animation was not like up to par yet. And they showed it and they got a standing ovation for like 10 minutes.
Huh.
A 10-minute standing ovation.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't go see that because I would have been bored of standing for 10 minutes.
I mean, you won't. Yeah. And you couldn't have gone there because it was in 1991, I think.
Early 90s.
Early 1991, yeah. So all the characters are well defined, and you remember them. Like I remember LeFou, I remember Guston, I remember the Beast.
Yeah.
Are there some story elements and plot holes in this movie? Absolutely. But as you learned in the Disney remake, Beauty and the Beast, which I have a whole review on that, and
yes, we do.
Well, I do. You don't. But
oh yeah, I saw it. Is what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made it, and even though it's not as good, I think it's good. But they tried to fix the problems, but then they just created more problems. you can't fix this movie. This is as close to a Disney masterpiece as you can get, including The Lion King. It's up there with The Lion King, but this edges out a little bit more because this is a true Disney movie. It's Disney Princess. It's got the Disney Prince. It plays on the stereotypes of Disney. It does so much in so little. And it came out first, so there you go. And yeah, I can gush about this movie all the time. Like, even though The Lion King is good, I can't remember every single character in there. Like, I can't remember, I guess, the parrot's name or the monkey's name. I can remember Simba. I remember Scar.
Zazu.
Oh, well, you remember it. I can't.
I remember a lot more about The Lion King than Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, well, I remember a lot more about Beauty and the Beast than Lion King. I remember LeFou, Gaston. There's the candlestick.
Right.
Lumiere. There's Belle, and there's her father. You know, there's a lot of characters that I just remember off the top of my head. If I sat down and thought about it even more, I would probably remember more. So, yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Hey, you're my favorite animated movie of all time. Good job.
All right.
Round of applause.
Respect that.
Round of applause. Round of applause for Beauty and the Beast. Now, onward to the Hendra and his favorites animated.
Yes. So, I'm gonna go with Toy Story 2.
Oh, really? You don't want to talk about your ones that might have made it?
Well, I'll mention a few. I'd considered also The Lion King myself. I'd also considered Wreck-It Ralph because arcade. And thought a little bit about Monsters, Inc., but... sorry. Ultimately, I think Toy Story 2 is still the one that, whenever I think of a good example of an animated feature film, that's what comes to mind.
Yes, and I can gush about this movie too. Actually, I was kind of upset that you stole it from me.
Yes, however, I will do the gushing for us.
Yes, this is my favorite Toy Story movie.
Same.
And weird thing about it, this was made in like 6 months, whereas...
Yes, it had some production struggles.
Yes, which adds to the overall behind-the-scenes story, I think. Normal Pixar movie is made like in 4 years, on average.
Man.
This one was made in like 6 months.
And it's funny, this was originally going to be just some direct-to-video sequel where the guy who talks with the blue background would be like, coming soon to VHS and DVD or whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Would have talked about, but not to theaters. But after all, it came to theaters, didn't it?
Yeah,
so,
it did.
Good thing it did too, because it took what was great about the first one and it made it better. You know, it gave new characters and it gave this excellent storyline, and it has this surreal element that the first one didn't quite have. You know, the first one's more about, to me what stood out was the whole conflict with Buzz not realizing that he's actually a toy. Where this one, I see a bigger picture in terms of a storyline. There's the whole thing with, Woody gets stolen by Al, who owns the toy store and likes to dress up in the chicken costume for some reason. I remember that.
That's their mascot. It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
Right. And that is the Linden Pump.
Yes.
Anyway.
I am diabetic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes. Back to the chicken.
So you're saying that there's more story elements. Do you like do you like more of the drama in there, or do you like what are you saying?
Some of the drama, surprisingly, and even some of the comedic aspects of it. I just remember getting really entertained by Bullseye the horse stepping on the Cheetos or something. I don't know why that was so memorable, but it was. While the TV was on and Al and his, fat man facial hair was sleeping away. And, you got Prospector Pete there. Ended up being a villain, like a side villain or something, who was trying to help Al out, like without Al even knowing it. And then you got Jesse, who ends up coming with Andy back to, or no, Woody. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh my gosh, self. I agree.
Holy crap.
Why did I say Andy? Okay, I got people mixed up. All right. I was going to say Jesse going back with Woody to Andy's house. I thought that was nice. The penguin that was Wheezy was a good one.
Oh gosh. Oh.
I remember he was like, I want to sing a song at the end.
I feel a song.
I feel a song coming on.
You got a friend
Dun,
in
dun,
me.
dun, dun, dun. Then all of a sudden he's like, you got a friend in me. Or something. So,
Ow.
yeah. I remember also a funny part was when they go to the store and they ride in the Barbie sports car.
I'm tour guide Barbie.
I'm tour guide Barbie. And Mr. Potato Head's like, I'm a marriage spud.
Oh, you remember that? Oh,
Yes.
Snap, yes.
And then they get a second Buzz Lightyear somehow. I guess they must have stolen it because I doubt they paid for it.
No, I mean,
It's like you see.
came along. Buzz was trying to get the belts. And
Oh
he was
yeah,
like,
the Buzz is swapped. Right, and the real Buzz got trapped in the box, and he's standing there. You've got the wrong Buzz. You've got the wrong Buzz.
yeah, there you go.
And then the new Buzz is trying to be like, yeah, I, the Space Ranger, I come in peace. I am also Tim the Tool Man. And,
Back when Tim the Tool Man actually was on TV.
yes. And then I remember, I was like, that was great when the two Buzzes were there together, and then they knew the real one was the one that had Andy's name on the boot.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So,
Yeah, just, the little things make it so special to me. And just the whole late 90s nostalgia vibe of my early childhood being there.
yeah.
It's all good.
Same. I mean, I like the first Toy Story. I think that one was really good. As a simple story.
Yes.
As like a first CGI movie.
Indeed.
To have a first story
Right.
about toys. It was good.
They did a good job. Then they blew it out of the water.
Yeah, they blew it out of the water with Toy Story 2.
Yeah, they did.
Not only was the comedy, I think, a lot better, more
I agree.
well defined, they went to more places instead of just The Room, Pizza Planet, and
Yeah.
like Sid's Room, and that's it, pretty
See,
much.
I do love the original Toy Story as well, just because of an arcade being there and
Yeah.
the whole Chuck E. Cheese's vibe, but more sci-fi, which I wish was like an actual chain, but I think it just exists in Disney World or something.
Oh yeah. If they didn't put that in Disney World, there's a problem there.
Yes.
But anyway.
And Sid with his like blossoming engineering mindset where he's like
Oh yeah.
modding his toys. That's so badass, but
Yeah,
at the
it
same
actually
time
was.
it's evil.
But at the same time, he doesn't know he's evil. He's just playing with his toys.
Yeah.
Like, that's how. Basically, without the fireworks, that's kind of like how a lot of kids play with their toys.
Yeah, the fireworks was going
Like,
an extra step, but yeah.
Toys aren't like delicately like played with like oh, I'm just gonna put this guy's hand right there, and then I'm gonna play with him. He's like on the Western. No, he's like, I'm playing.
I'm playing with my toys.
Whiplash. I don't know. They go
Whiplash.
crazy. They go crazy with their toys. They don't meticulously put it.
They straight up go Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs
Yeah,
with
I
these
mean, what
toys.
the heck?
Like Count Chocula. I don't think so. This
Yeah.
is Cocoa Puffs territory.
Yeah, but going back to Toy Story 2.
Yes.
I think this movie's great. Okay, even though it has like a weak villain in the Prospector, that's the only problem.
That is the only thing. Like, there wasn't really a main villain. There was like a few small villains taking turns.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
kind
much.
of what it felt like.
It's the Prospector I thought was but otherwise it was just really good. Like it got me. Like
Got me too. There's a
the-
reason I remember so much of it for once.
like Jesse's story with
Yeah.
like the little
With
song.
the girl, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
like,
remember that. The
was-
song, yeah.
yeah.
It was very touching.
it was very touching, very sad, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why is this in a Toy Story movie? Like what?
Well, then they came to 3 where they're about to
Where
go
it
in
was
the
all
landfill.
Jesse's. It was all Jesse's like flashback. That's like
Yeah.
it's all sad. So yeah, whatever.
Yes.
I mean, Toy Story 3 is good. Toy Story 4 is good. Toy Story is good. They're all great, but Toy Story 2, that's really like on par.
It is. It is the par. The par
Yeah.
is Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Anything less is a bogey or a double or triple bogey.
Yeah, I
Anything better, a birdie, eagle, hole in one.
Yeah,
if you want to get golfing in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's underrated, honestly, because people talk about, the first Toy Story, how great the first Toy Story was.
And it was great.
It was.
To be fair.
Yeah, but not a lot of people talk about Toy Story 2, and I'm like, dang.
Really?
What about Toy Story 2?
I hear a lot of people agree with us, though.
I mean, yeah, but I don't hear those. I hear a lot of more people talk about the first Toy Story.
I guess if we were around when that came out and the whole shock factor of it being all CGI was there, maybe that would have influenced our thought process on it, but still.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I really do enjoy this movie. I think it needs to be talked a lot more than it is getting. Because I don't know why. People don't like Toy Story 3 all that much. It's got Toy Story 1's got 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. Toy Story 2, 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Toy Story 3 got 99. There's like 4 people that were like, yo, this thing sucks. And I'm like, what the heck is this? How did you not like this movie? How did it not touch you, you idiots?
Imbeciles.
Then,
Do you have a heart?
But
What,
for
what,
real.
the, what the hell is this?
now, what I want to know is, what did Rotten Tomatoes give the 4th one?
What did Rotten Tomatoes get the 4th one? I'm looking it up right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
My computer is super slow, so let's see if it got a 99 or a 100. Let's see. Oh, it got a 97. What the heck?
What the? Oh my gosh.
What the heck is this? These idiots? This is the lowest rated Toy Story movie? Well, technically it didn't have to be made, but still. What?
Yeah, I guess.
Some people, At least this got 97. But I mean, holy crap.
I agree.
These idiots, okay? Anywho.
So, yeah.
Now it's time for...
Trucks.
Speaking of toys, these are man's toys right here. Trucks.
Trucks are not toys, kids. Don't drive them until you're 16.
Yes,
Or
but they
15 with a parent or legal guardian.
But if you are, they are man's trucks or woman's trucks. They are
Yes.
adult-rated toys right here.
You got
Not
it.
that adult-rated toy. But,
No, definitely not like
no,
that, but
it's like a G-rated adult toy.
yeah, you could look at it that way.
Yes. So, to trucks.
So-
and Dry, since I talked a lot about animated movies, why don't you talk a lot about the Ford F-150, aka
America's #1 pickup truck.
America's #1 pickup truck,
In my
aka
opinion.
the world's best ever made truck. Go.
So, well, let's see. Where to begin? The F-Series has been around for decades, since either the late 40s or early 50s. Man, you know, I used to have an F-150 2 times. In high school, I had a 1997 F-150. Great truck.
Is that a Lariat?
It was a Lariat.
It was a Lariat. I remember you keep on saying, dude, it's a Lariat.
That means it's got
It's
a luxury package.
Lariat.
Hilarious. Oh. And then I had a 2014 STX, which was a very awesome truck, but didn't have the luxury options. But a lot more modern. So, you know, basically, Ford trucks have been around since just about the beginning of Ford vehicles. You know, probably early 1910s is when Ford trucks started appearing, with Model T pickup truck variants appearing, and maybe some Chevrolets and whatnot, but different brand, different story. So overall, I'd say for most of the time, the Ford and the GM trucks have been on par with each other, probably up until the 80s, when for a little while, I'd say the GM trucks in the mid 80s to the mid to late 90s were maybe a little bit better. And then it completely swapped and the Ford trucks were better. Then it swapped again in 04, and then in 09 it swapped once again, and Ford, I think, is still at the top to this day. So I am a Ford fanboy. However, I try not to be too brand loyal when it comes to, you know, vehicles. I get that other brands make decent trucks. As a matter of fact, we currently have a Chevrolet truck, and so far it's been almost as good as the Ford I used to own. It's also a 97, but you know, it's better in some ways, worse in others. Really, as long as it's reliable and it gets the job done, that's what counts. And that's what it does for us. So, sorry. With that being said, let's dive right in. So, my favorite F-150 of all time would have to be the 2009 to 2012 F-150 Lariat. Now, I know the 13s and 14s are all part of the same generation, but you know, I think the earlier ones have a different grille, and I like that styling better, and I like the styling of the interior a little bit better. They changed it a little bit. They updated the user interface and the navigation system, but it's not a drastic change. Now, you know, you may wonder, why did I not go with, you know, the Platinum or the King Ranch? Well, I always look at the Lariat as the best, you know, compromise between affordability and having something luxurious. Because when you go with a Platinum or a King Ranch, you're spending extra money to get not that many more features. You get a little bit more, but not a lot more.
Here's the difference. Here's the question, though.
Yes.
Does it have cup holders?
Yes.
How many cup holders does it have?
I have no idea.
You should know, because holy crap.
That is not something I look at. I know you like to fill your cup holders with McDonald's cups, but
I mean, I like to hold my drinks in cup holders rather than my lap, so I don't have to be juggling that.
well, let me think. I would say at least 4 or 5, probably more for the Lariat.
Okay, well, good.
So you've got cup holders. And to narrow it down even more, I would probably go with the 2011 and 12 Lariats, because that's when they had the introduction of the EcoBoost and the 5.0 V8 engines. And both of those, I would say, are better options than the 5.4 Triton that came before it. If you know anything about the 04 to 08 trucks, they had some serious design flaws with that 5.4 engine, with cam phasers, failing and making an annoying knocking noise that sounded horrible, and eventually causing insufficient oil circulation through the motor, or God help us with the spark plugs that were ridiculously long, and they were made in, it was a two-piece design that was attached together, and trying to take those out is like a game of Russian roulette. Sometimes you take out the spark plug just like you do on any car. Sometimes, because of its design, it breaks in half and you're stuck with this busted ass spark plug in your motor that you have to use this special extraction kit to take out. So, it's just kind of one of those things that it's not very, very practical or robust, and I would avoid it. I do think in like 07 or 08 they improved the quality of the design, but still, getting one that has that 5 liter or the 3.5 EcoBoost twin turbo V6 is the move, because both of those engines are built very well. It's a great design. They've got excellent power. The EcoBoost has excellent torque. 5.0 maybe a little less torquey, but it's got that added V8 reliability, and you don't have to worry about turbochargers, and it sounds cool. So, plus with the Lariat package, it's a great vehicle, and that's why I picked that. So, what is yours, Chief?
My favorite truck,
or F-150,
F-150
that
truck.
is, yes.
Is the F-150. My favorite truck is the F-150, so...
Thank God.
My favorite truck in the series of Ford F-150s, though.
Yeah.
Specifically. It's the Ford F-150 Raptor, the 2010 through 2014 version.
Man. Oh,
Dude,
man.
AKA the first generation.
If that wasn't your top pick, that probably would have been my top pick. But I have a good spot for Lariats also.
Dude, one thing...
Tell us about the Raptors and why you like them.
Well, not only does it have a four-wheel drive.
Well, that comes standard on a lot of trucks.
I mean, not on some. So
it's an option though.
Yeah, you get a four-wheel drive on this truck.
Yeah,
it's
a standard feature.
6.2L Boss V8s.
The Boss V8.
The Boss V8s.
That's cool. Now, let me point out something real quick.
You got a 6-speed 6R80 automatic.
That's a standard transmission.
I mean, well,
that's not anything.
It's better than bullcrap like some of the things you get, like the 90s Chevys, if you will.
The 4L60E.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know if you just took a wild guess or not, but those actually did suck.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
you're welcome.
Oh, you were thinking of the Dodge trucks. I remember that's what we were talking about.
Whatever.
Anyway.
So they suck. This one's better. And
yeah, by far.
Yeah. And
that's a great transmission.
And the assembly is in...
Build quality is pretty good.
It is build quality, but also the assembly was in Detroit, Michigan, aka the Detroit Truck Plants, aka the same plants that my grandfather did.
The Dearborn plant?
Yes.
Oh,
all
cool.
the way back in the day before he retired, got that great...
Got the plaque.
Great gold plaque and before his death. So, yeah.
What do you know?
This is the family plants right here. So if he lived and was able to work through, I don't know, till today, I guess.
I guess he would have built these trucks.
He would have built these trucks.
Huh.
So there you go. It's
Interesting.
down home and in person, if you will. Not only that, but instead of just like plastering on their logo on the
It doesn't have the standard Ford blue oval on the grill. You're right.
yeah, it's like the Ford logo is the grill, which
It is. Just the word Ford is spelled out in black plastic, which is nice.
yeah, which I really do enjoy. It's
Me too.
that whole thing is really well done as well. And,
It is. I agree with you there.
like it can hold up a 1770 payload, which is close to 1776, aka America. So this is an American truck right here.
I think the best way to put that to not be confused is the payload that it can handle for towing is 1,770 pounds. So yeah, the Raptor is very capable at towing for sure.
Yeah. Plus, it's got its own. I'm not really a whole. Guess I'm not huge in the in the like performance wise. I'm more into the what like if it runs and what good is it for me? Like does it have
Yeah.
cup holders, which it does. And it's got a handy dandy little thing where you can have a spare tire on the
Most trucks have that though.
yeah, but this one does as well. So yeah,
That
it's
is
got
I would hope so.
many trucks have it, but this one seems to have like all the ones like all the stuff that is on other trucks, but it's like the culmination of like this.
I mean, it's an F-150, no doubt, but
Yeah.
it's a special model.
It's a class 2 pickup truck as well. So
Yes.
yeah, there's that.
You can get it in a super crew or a super cab, which is basically extended. No, crew cab or extended cab.
Plus you can convert it into a stretch limousine. That's
I've
interesting.
never seen that before, but apparently you can get this as a limo form.
Also
Wow, that's surprising.
also there's like this if you get it in blue, which
Yeah.
I really want a blue one.
I
get
would
like
too.
get this paint job that's like slashes of black where it's like
Well, I think all the Raptors have that
Well-
graphic on them.
well, I mean, this is the first one though that had it. So there you go. First
Well-
is best. So
I think all of the 2010s had it.
well, this one's the best.
I do think it looks best in blue.
Yes.
And I hate that for the current gen Raptor, the 17 and up, that they gave it the dang EcoBoost V6. And
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's faster and a little bit more powerful, but
and it's a little bit more green.
your truck's gonna sound like a Honda Accord or something.
Yeah.
Like, not.
Yeah, I mean this one doesn't have that, which I like. Also,
Me too.
they don't have the very like I don't know. I guess like there's specific tires for each truck as well. Like
The rims, yeah. Well,
like,
both
not the
generations have that. Oh, the off-road tires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
the current Raptor has that.
the current Raptor's tires look like very thick for some reason to me. I don't know if there's just this specific tires, but
Yeah,
these tires seem like
could be.
actual tires and not like just
Straight up
thick,
off-road.
thick ones, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can put whatever tires you want on there.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, I thought it was just like advertised as with
Yeah.
that tire.
Could be.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. With all that stuff in mind, that's why I love this specific truck. Like the newer trucks, new Raptors don't really appeal to me a whole lot, especially with that EcoBoost, I guess.
Yeah.
But this one seems like you can go off roading with it. You can just drive it in the into town or whatever.
Right.
And this is a pretty good like high class off-roading truck, whereas you get the older like crappier off-roading trucks, but this one seems like a high class
It is. It's a good
Off-roading
truck.
truck.
Great design. And
Yes.
I would, if I don't get a Lariat and I can afford a Raptor, I would totally get a Raptor.
Yes.
But the only thing is with
I
the
would get a-
tires it has, it may make the ride quality a little bit bumpy. That's the
Oh.
only downside to that.
For this truck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minor complaint, but
Yeah.
it'll bite you in the ass when you're on the long trek to the beach on the interstate, and it's like just bouncing all up and down a lot, and you're like, God, it vibrates so much.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I
is.
love this truck. I would buy this truck.
I would also. I actually might buy it one day.
I will buy this truck one day once I have
The money.
$100,000.
Nah, you don't need that much. I think
Well,
you can get one of those Raptors for around the
I mean, obviously,
$35,000 mark.
$35,000.
Used, but yeah.
Oh,
New,
Oh.
they're like 70, 60 grand, I think, somewhere around there.
yeah. All right. Well, anywho, there's payment plans too. Like I can buy one for like $250 per month. So
Oh, if
there's
you
that.
finance it, yeah.
Yeah. So
You could always finance. But yeah,
it's the easier way. Anyway.
those are the best F-150s.
Yes.
And now,
Worst animated movies.
let's do it. What is your worst animated movie?
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
There's a lot of. Unfortunately, there's a lot of crap in this world.
Yeah,
People
comes out
think-
of our asses.
Yeah, people think that animation is so easy.
Oh no, it's not.
It's
Especially if you hand draw it. Oh my god, that must
Especially
be the
if you-
most tedious thing ever.
Especially if you have like a few animators or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Especially when you're trying to get something like as good as like Pixar or How to Train Your Dragon or Abominable, which I will say it's actually a pretty good, decent movie.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have seen it though. But anyway, as good as Pixar is, and it's as good as DreamWorks can be.
Yeah.
On the flip side, there are a ton of just horse crap out
Really?
there.
You're picking something from DreamWorks over Blue Sky?
I'm not
Or
picking
Illumination?
something from DreamWorks.
Oh. I
Although
did
there
not
are
understand
some-
what you were saying then,
Like
sorry.
Pixar and some DreamWorks movies are really good.
Yes. Hashtag get Shrek'd.
Yes, Shrek is. Some Shrek movies are good.
Yeah.
Some Shrek movies are pretty
Meh.
bad.
They're just meh.
Yeah. There are some that suck though.
Oh yeah.
Like for instance,
The Lorax.
either on story elements, like a lot of Illumination animations,
Yeah.
like the Lorax. Yes, so bad it's good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those.
Oh my gosh, it is just.
It's the
terrible.
definition of so bad it's good.
I even say The Secret Life of Pets because it's pretty much Toy Story, but for pets.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Minions sucks.
How about a Rio? Rio 2.
I like Rio. Rio 2 is hilariously bad. Holy crap. But that's not animation wise. That's just story wise.
Okay.
My pick for the worst animated movie is terrible both on a story aspect and an animation aspect.
It is.
I think that those two have to go hand in hand if
Yeah.
picking the worst animated movie ever in existence.
Certainly.
And this is strictly movie based.
Yeah.
This isn't like a special, like Rhapsody Kids meets Santa Claus or whatever.
Oh god.
Which is utter horse trash. But that was a TV like special.
Yeah.
Shown once, but it technically counts.
So you're going for something theatrical.
Surprising enough, yes.
So not Norma the North or Elf Bowling the movie.
Norma the North actually was in theaters.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I did not know that.
It was in theaters.
I vaguely remember that, actually.
Unfortunately, though, it also has a sequel. So.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it is.
Yikes.
I can't believe that it made a sequel.
It has multiple sequels, doesn't it? Like, there's like 4 of them.
I can't even
Just
anymore.
the fact that you see it in Walmart, like Norm of the North 4.
I know there's a.
How?
I know. I know there is at least one. There's a lot of Alpha and Omega sequels. Those suck. Alpha and Omega, the movie, is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The one for me that sucks the most. Technically, people say it's a direct-to-video movie, but I've seen it in I actually saw it, or I didn't go to see it, but I actually knew, like, it was in theaters for, like, maybe one night in, like, indie theaters, but then it was pulled, like, after that one showing, so it technically counts. This movie is Food Fight.
Oh my god, really?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I forgot about that.
This movie.
The end scene is kind of hilarious, though. It's so stupidly funny. Like in a Family Guy way.
Yes, this movie is so atrocious. I can't even begin to figure this out. I mean, this is pretty much Toy Story, but in a supermarket.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of Lego Movie too, where it's a bunch of brands, but they're in their own, like, imaginary grocery store city that no one else can see.
Yeah.
I don't even get it. It's like the characters seem to range from, like, actual like spokespeople, like spokes characters from products, like Mr. Clean is in it. He doesn't talk.
That's hilarious.
None of the products talk. Like, the products that are made up for the movie talk, but the products that were, like, real don't talk. The California Raisins, they're in there. And what's also weird in this movie is that they asked, like, a lot of products to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't. So they made up characters to replace the movies, to replace the characters. Like, there's this banana woman.
Yeah.
You know that on the sticker there's, like, this banana woman or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Chiquita lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made up a character for her, and all the characters that they make up are just utter idiots and asses.
Really?
Yes. They're just gross and disgusting. And they did this on purpose, I think, because they wouldn't be in their movie.
Huh.
It's just underhanded. It's so bad.
Yeah.
The animation, I guess, like, this took, like, I don't know, 10 years almost to make. And I guess someone stole the precious animation, so they had to redo it.
Yeah.
Whoever wanted to steal this, I have no idea. But this animation sucks. It is awful.
Huh.
Like, they're pouring, like, milk chocolate or whatever on, like, the evildoers or whatever.
Right.
It doesn't look like milk chocolate. It doesn't even look like water.
Really?
It doesn't look like anything. It looks like a blanket.
Huh.
It's so bad. The characters move in such a weird way.
Wow.
There's, like, and the story is just utter atrocious. Like, there's this brand X that's trying to take over all the products somehow, but everyone gangs up on them. And, you know, the moral of the story is true beauty. Like, the brand X lady is supposed to be, like, this beautiful, gorgeous woman.
Right.
But she was evil, so technically that wasn't her true form. she was actually ugly because bad people can't be ugly. Oh my gosh, this movie. It's giving me a brain aneurysm just thinking about it.
Really?
Yes, it's
Wow.
terrible.
Better head to the hospital then.
Holy crap, this thing's atrocious. I mean, they even like add some like very weird jokes. Like, how about them melons? They like make sexual references. They make like there's a Casablanca joke in there.
Really?
Yeah. And all of a sudden there's like this joke where they start singing like the French national anthem. It's so discombobulated and so stupid. I mean, they should have wrote a better script, honestly. If you write a better script,
Yeah.
this could be avoided. But this thing is just utter garbage. I'm done talking about this. I can't. It's just so awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, son, what is your favorite
Or least favorite
anime movie?
Well, that's an easy answer. It would be Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, if that's how you pronounce it.
Oh gosh, this movie.
I
Holy crap.
watched this in this cabin we used to own in like Cleveland, Georgia. It was like between Cleveland and Helen. It was called Black Bear, and we would go up there some. And I remember it was either a VHS or a DVD player, probably both. And I remember watching this movie there. We probably rented it from Blockbuster or something. Or no, we owned it. We did own it.
Blockbuster.
Actually, we bought it, probably from Target. Yeah, I don't really remember much of it for a reason.
Yeah.
It was just boring as hell. All I remember happening was I see these overly dramatically serious drawn horses running around, like, making horse noises, and then there's a bunch of, like, extremely stereotypical theatrical violin string section music going on, and it sounds like you're on some Disney Epcot ride.
Yeah. I mean,
And it was just, apparently there was who was it, Matt Damon, you said?
yeah, so
Apparently he talked in it, and it was a documentary. I don't even remember that, and I just was bored out of my mind, and
so
I could go the rest of my life never seeing it again.
I watched it as well. I get where we're trying to get to.
What they were
trying to do.
Yeah.
They were trying to make a beautifully animated, I guess, documentary, like pushing the story element of animation, I guess.
Right.
However, it's boring for
It is
kids.
very boring. Oh my god, it sucked.
I remember it. It was some pretty good animation, I guess, but
I mean, yeah, the animation looked great, but
Yeah.
that didn't save it.
I didn't save it. It was just so boring. Like, as a kid, I mean, I don't enjoy watching nature documentaries, and this is an animated nature documentary almost. There's a little bit of story
I mean,
once you get toward the like more toward the end.
if it's a documentary, make it like actual real horses and like them in the wild and talk about what they do
Yeah.
and show it. Not animation. That's just,
I mean,
it just doesn't work.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't really talk a whole lot about this, surprisingly, because it's just so boring. That's
it. There's nothing to talk about. It's
It's
it's so dull. That's the stuff I hate the most, is the dull stuff.
Yeah.
Even stuff like, man, even something as horrible as like Shark
Lor-
Tale
or the
or
Lorax.
the Lorax or the Bee Movie, like that I can talk about and laugh at the horrible parts. Hell, even Star Wars Episode 2, I would watch over this, because at least something happens. They have Senate meetings. Where are the Senate meetings in Spirit? Is there even a horse Senate? I don't think so.
I mean, it's very rare that
I don't
something
think so.
happens in that movie.
At
but
least
yeah,
it's something.
At least something.
In Spirit, it's literally a bunch of animated horses running around. Like,
I think
just
an Indian maybe finds them at the end. I think, but
I didn't make it that far. I did not make it that
I don't
far.
even remember, honestly. It's just horses. That's it. I mean, just pick a more. I get that whole thing, but I mean, like, pick a more interesting animal. I mean, I know girls love horses, but what about the guys? You know?
I don't even know if the girls would have liked it. At least, at least Spirit was a Mustang. #Ford, but
#Ford. I mean, yeah, DreamWorks is kind of a mixed bag. You can get like something spectacular and good, like Kung Fu Panda.
all right. So
How to
apparently,
Train Your Dragon.
at the end, it turns into like a thing, a western almost.
What? Like,
With a colonel and his men fighting. You know, like, here we go to fight the buffalo in the old west, old chap. You know, like Theodore Roosevelt era,
oh my
turn of the
gosh.
century type of vibe.
I guess I didn't even make it that far because I don't remember that.
Apparently, there's something about the U.S. Army in there, with someone supposed to be like a custard or something.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe if I watched that part, it would have been a little better. But man, why can't that be the actual movie?
Yeah.
But what do we need this horse trash literally at the beginning of this trash about horses? Yes,
Again,
this is horse trash
it is.
defined 100%. If you want
Again.
horse trash, this is actual horse trash right here.
Again, it's the script. I mean, they didn't overlay anything. Like, you can't. They didn't cut to, like, I guess the Indian that finds them or whatever.
Yeah,
Or any of the Colonel stuff.
right.
I mean, that could work, but just cut to the actual plot and
Yes,
storyline.
please.
Because all I saw was like the horses like galloping in the west,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
Indian finding him, and then that's literally it. I can't remember the custard guy.
I definitely just remember horses in like a meadow. That's all I remember, and just being like, I don't want to do this. I want to play with toys.
Yeah, I mean DreamWorks. #Toy Story. Anyway, so
Yes.
DreamWorks is kind of a mixed bag where
Yeah, I agree.
they either make something really good. There's always a template as well too. Like you watch a DreamWorks series,
Yeah.
there's always a template.
They
Like
do have a DreamWorks vibe. You're right. I
Like-
get what you're saying.
always, just remember, just think about this for a second. Always, whenever there's a sequel, they always go to find the main character's father or mother. How to Train Your Dragon. What's the main plot?
yes.
Yeah, it's always
Actually, I've never seen that, but did that happen in Shrek? One of the Shreks?
that happened. Yeah,
One
that
of the
happened.
Shreks had that, not the
You know,
original. Was it
Shrek
the second
2
one? Okay, yeah.
But they went to go find Fiona's family.
Ah, okay. Yes, and then
How to Train Your Dragon 2. They went to
Shrek
go
turns
find,
into the ogre herself,
Yeah, and
like my putter,
they in
Fiona the putter.
How
I
to
like
Train
it.
Your Dragon 2,
Shrek.
they went to go find Hiccup's mother.
Wait, it's a template for DreamWorks sequels. Then
It's a template for DreamWorks movies, I guess.
did that happen in Shark Tale?
No.
I
but
don't think so. I just
it
remember
is-
the Burger King knockoff.
Yeah. It's a template for, DreamWorks franchises, I guess.
I see.
But it's always there. Even in Kung Fu Panda. It was late in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, it is in that. You're right.
It's in Kung Fu Panda 3, not Kung Fu Panda 2. But it's still in there. I mean, what the hell? That's
Mother of God, Bobby.
literally mother, because that's where you're going to go find is the mother. Anyway.
Yes, but yeah, I guess that's my my least favorite animated film. It would have to be Spirit, Stallion of the whatever the
Cimarron.
Cimarrón, está bien, el cimarrón aquí, ¿no? Acá en
Yeah.
el supermercado de gourmetes, ¿no?
So,
there you have it. That's
yeah,
all I got.
DreamWorks is kind of a mixed bag. You get
Yeah.
some good ones like How to Train Your Dragon and Kung Fu Panda, then you get stuff like Home, and
I've never even heard of Home.
it's like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory voices this alien and does a lot of fart jokes.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
bull crap like that. You get
I vaguely remember that.
Captain Underpants. That stupid movie.
Well, that was a decent book series though.
Terrible movie though.
Yeah, I could see that not being a good movie.
And
Maybe funny for kids, but that's about it.
you know, Shark's Tale and this movie. This movie is garbage.
I would pick Shark's Tale over Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit is utterly boring.
It is so bad. Oh god. It's not even so bad, it's good. It's at that awful threshold between good and so bad that it's good. It's just bad, but not bad enough to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst?
Those are the worst in my
What-
books.
What is the worst sin a movie can do? Be boring.
Yeah, if you watch
Because-
it to be entertained, hell, even there were a few, and granted, it was very, very few, but there were at least a small selection of bits of Star Wars Episode 2 that I was entertained by.
Same.
This literally had nothing from what I remember
Yeah.
at all. Absolutely nothing.
This
That's
movie's
not okay.
the worst sin a movie can make is be as boring. At least I can say Food Fight was
Like, Food Fight,
somewhat entertaining. I
Food
guess.
Fight to me looks like it'd be so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those, but just
Even-
from a technical aspect, it's probably horrible.
Yeah. And this movie, so bad it's bad.
It's just bad.
Anyway, that is DreamWorks in a nutshell. Hashtag Stallion, Spirit of the Cimarron.
Of the Cimarron,
Cimarron. I
more
don't
like
know.
Spirit of the Sucks.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know about you, but let's talk about trucks that suck.
The few that do.
The few from Ford, at least.
The few
If
from
we're talking Dodge, I could
Oh yeah,
I
there's
could
a lot.
definitely.
Be here all day.
Yeah, don't buy Dodge
Hashtag-
Rams. Even worse, don't buy a Dodge Dakota. Those
Hashtag-
are horrible.
Hashtag Dodge sucks. Anyway, what is your least favorite Dodge? Or no, what's your least favorite F-150
Well,
truck?
most Ford F-150s, or even if you want to go way back, the F-100s when those were the base model F-Series trucks, are solid. You know, they're not perfect, but they're very reliable. Except for the 04 to 08 F-150. I'm not even talking about a specific model. They just... I really hate it because those trucks look beautiful, but they did more bad than good on those, I'm afraid. First of all, the 1V6 option is underpowered and I would avoid it at all costs. But then you think, alright, V8's probably better. It might be better from a practicality standpoint, but you know, well, to be fair, the 4.6 V8s are probably okay. If you want an 04 to 08 F-150 with the 4.6 V8, those are okay engines. They're fine. I would trust those. What I would not trust is one with the 5.4, and unfortunately, that's the big powerful motor for those trucks. And like I already talked about it before, but I'll mention again, cam phasers in this very early attempt at a variable valve timing in a V8 was not implemented well, and the cam phasers tick, and it's a big design flaw. The timing chain system's known to screw up. You can have timing issues.
Is this your least favorite truck?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And what else? spark plugs, 2-piece spark plugs that break off when you try to remove them, and you have to pray that you can use a specialty extraction kit, because if all else fails, you have to take the whole engine apart, which sucks. At that point, you might as well just replace the motor. And on top of that, I rarely hear anything good about these trucks having over 200,000 miles on them. And that's kind of how I judge a truck's reliability. You know, a lot of people think if it has over 100,000 miles, it's unreliable. Well, maybe for something like a Chevy Malibu, but when we're talking trucks tend to just run forever. They're very utilitarian and they just work. And you know, with these 5.4 3-valve Tritons from 04 to 08, they don't do that. Especially the 04 to 06 ones, definitely avoid them, because unless you know they have been meticulously cared for and the oil changes were done like spot on time, then don't get it. Get a Chevy for once. Yeah, because anyway, like I was saying, these don't really do well after 200,000 miles, and from what I've gathered, it's quite common to have to replace the engine around that point. And we have a 97 Chevy C1500 Silverado with 244,000 miles on it. Original engine and transmission runs fine, for the most part at least. Point being, it doesn't have any serious internal damage problems that are expensive and hard to fix. These do. On the bright side, at least I do like the interiors on these trucks. They're very plush and luxurious. Definitely the best interiors of the Ford, Chevy, and Dodge GMC trucks you can get. Ford interiors are by far the best. Very modern looking for the time. Big step up from the 03. And you know, it's just a shame. If they would have put a good solid engine in these trucks, you know, it'd be a great option for a used pickup. But unfortunately, it just isn't. And because of that, that's one time that I would say Ford is not found on road driving as reliably as I'd like. It might be fix or repair daily.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is my least favorite. What was yours?
Well, I don't know, because, you know, I grew up in Detroit.
You did.
My grandfather worked in the Dearborn assembly plants.
He did.
So it's kind of tough to go against the family business.
Mm-hmm.
However, like I was thinking about it all throughout your talk.
Yeah.
It's just like, what can I, like,
Yes.
what is a bad Ford F-150? I guess I have to go with yours, honestly. With all
You know
the stuff
what?
that
I
you
don't
said.
blame you. I mean,
Because I can't think of any other ones.
the rest of them, yeah, like the rest of them are very reliable trucks and they'll treat you well.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
they're even back then, even back in the day, like all the like old trucks,
Like in the 70s and the 60s and whatnot.
yeah, like they were
They were, yeah.
good for what they had. Like they had the technology. If they
They
had
were
any,
on par with the Chevys back then. That's
Yeah.
back when a Chevy truck was like the thing to have and it would run forever.
yeah, I mean, if they could make it better, they would, but they didn't have the technology, so that's what they got.
I mean, it's,
Like,
and I would love
90s
to have one.
90s Fords, all they were about was like making the buck, I guess, making the cheapest product for the biggest bang of buck. And
I will say in the 90s, the
whatever the, like your 03 thing or whatever, like,
the 97 to 03.
yeah, that's what I meant. 97 to 03 trucks were Just get the best bang for your buck.
Those were great trucks. I think they were the best on the market when they were out.
Then why'd you say he was the worst?
Oh. I was talking about 04 to 08, sorry.
Son.
You confused me, Chief.
Well, I'm sorry. I was really thinking about it, and I didn't even hear a word
Understandable.
you said, honestly. But
My
anyway,
apologies.
the 04 to 08, my apologies. I knew it sounded weird, but
Accepted.
it was cheaper. They were looking for the biggest bang for their buck. Honestly, I think it was because of the war effort, maybe.
That, yeah.
Maybe.
And stuff leading up to the recession.
Although, recession-wise, they came out with the 09 to 2014 stuff, which is
Like
my
the best.
favorite truck.
They totally did a 180. They took what was good about the 04 to 08, they fixed the reliability issues and made it even better.
Yeah, which is weird because
That's why that's a great truck.
That was during the recession, so
They had the best truck during the recession, that's
yeah,
for sure.
It's like, what the heck? What's the deal with this? So, I don't understand that, but honestly, I think it was business decisions.
Probably was.
I think in 09, I guess they went back to their core family beliefs
Perhaps they did.
and went quality over quantity.
To a degree. Ford is still, unfortunately, like all the American companies that make cars, and they tend to cut costs a little more than they should, but they do less of that than GM and Chrysler.
Yeah.
For sure. And probably even Tesla nowadays.
Yeah, I mean,
If you want to count them.
we can go into Tesla up the whirlwind with stupid Elon Musk and his idiocracies. But anyway,
Yes.
I'll just leave this here.
Okay.
And this is it. Elon Musk has some great ideas,
Yeah.
some good business ideas. However, the way he conducts himself is stupid. And
I
I'll
agree.
Leave it at that.
Agreed.
Anyway, so I don't even think Tesla has trucks, so whatever. Anyway,
Not that I know of.
so Ford, honestly, you gotta make cuts if you're going to be a business.
Yeah.
However, they do
That's
less.
how I lost my job.
Yeah,
So
they do less though than GM though and Chevy. So they
well,
put,
GM is Chevy.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, they put.
GM
I still think they put quality over quantity nowadays.
Yeah.
Then again, that might just be my Ford love glasses because I'm
Yeah.
in the Ford family. So
As much as I hate it, I do think currently Fords are coming from my Mustang ownership. They're a little bit cheaper feeling than they were during that recession era. I don't know what happened. They're still good, but I sense that the quality's maybe a little bit lacking.
yeah, I don't
GM
know.
went up
Maybe
a bit, but not a whole lot.
Maybe it's because they're restructured their entire. We're gonna go off on a tangent, but
Yeah, a
they
little bit.
Like they stopped making sedans. Now they just make Mustangs and trucks
And
that's-
SUVs
That's
and
pretty much
cargo
it.
vans
That's pretty much it. So
in the U.S.
yeah. So
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the Ford products that weren't, the trucks or SUVs and vans and the Mustangs, they weren't really in high demand. I mean, Ford can make a great truck. What they suck at in a modern sense is making it just a regular old sedan or a crossover type of thing. Those, or even a subcompact economy car, yeah, those had some issues. I would not go for one of those. Stick to the Japs if you want something small. They have that down. It's like Ford for trucks, Toyota for a car if you don't care about cars.
And there you are.
So that's my take on that.
Now it's time for theme park reviews brought to you by Coca-Cola and Tesla.
Sure.
Why not?
Like they're ever gonna sponsor us.
They might if we ever get off the ground. Hashtag subscribe. Hashtag like. Hashtag
Please.
Leave a comment.
Please
and
do.
thank you.
Yes.
Ring that bell. Click all notifications, not customized notifications, whatever the heck that is.
Right.
Get all those notifications, son.
Yes.
Anywho, now and leave a comment so we can talk to you guys about your comments, like Victor and his idiot,
yes.
stupid comments.
Yep.
We won't be as harsh as Victor if you leave a nice comment. So leave us a comment.
Totally. And now let's talk about a ride that only I rode, and that was the Hulk.
Yes, I did not ride this one because it was scary.
Yeah, I could see that. To be honest, the Rip Ride Rocket was probably scarier.
Well, I achieved that, so yeet!
It was still probably one you would have done your eye closing and praying on, that we all know and love. The trademarked
the trademark
and
Linden
the Trump
face.
the China face, the
China.
Yes. I think I may have a picture somewhere, but I'll have to
At
look.
least I didn't serve McDonald's to hardworking college students.
Oh,
Look that up. It's real. It's one of the stupid things he's done. Anyway,
lol.
not talking about politics. Let's
Yes.
talk about the Hulk.
So, this ride is probably my favorite one.
Is it green?
Yes.
There you go.
It starts off by you go up in like a tunnel, and you go up with a normal chain-driven thing like most coasters have, where it's like. But then you hear a voice, a female voice, probably working with Banner.
Hi, Hulk. It's me, Betsy.
It might have been
Betty.
Betsy. Or Betty, yeah.
It's not Betsy. It's
Betty, okay. It could have been her. It was some voice.
It's like Betty Ross, I think. Something like that.
Betsy Ross?
I know
That's the Red Cross woman.
I know there's a Colonel Ross, I think.
Ross. I don't remember. All I remember is there's a voice that says something, and then you get launched like ASAP. There's some sort of motor, probably it's some kind of electromagnetic induction technology that propels you up really fast. You're accelerating uphill because of that.
Yeah.
So the suspense is kind of like, all right, it's over with, and all of a sudden you're just going like 45 miles per hour uphill, and then it turns into a standard coaster with some very, very good loops. It's a smooth ride too, much smoother than the Rip Ride Rocket, I think. The ride quality is good. I like, it goes over the pond there. That's kind of a nice thing to look at while you're upside down, and if your skit's making hilarious or serious faces on purpose, and sticking your hand in your mouth for the camera at the end, just because why not? And the waiting area is nice. It's got a Banner. Is it Banner Labs? Is that what that is?
I think it is.
Okay.
In the comics. If
It's based on the comics.
Okay, then it's Banner Labs, I think. Yeah.
It's got that whole vibe going, and you're there with Banner Labs, and it's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Great ride. That's the Mummy is probably either tied or a close second to the Hulk. The Hulk is just, when I think of a perfect roller coaster that's an extreme one, and not like a chill coaster, but like a high thrill roller coaster, that is my ideal coaster right there, is the Hulk. Probably the best coaster I've ever been on.
Probably because growing up, that was your favorite superhero, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're right. The Hulk was my favorite superhero. Nowadays, I'd say it's probably Batman, but I think we went over that already in another
I will give it to you, though.
podcast.
Yeah, I will give it to you, though. Hulk is a pretty decent superhero.
One of my favorites.
He's got the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of
Yeah, he does.
thing to him. I did not ride this ride because this was earlier in the day, and I was super scared, and I didn't want to pee my pants.
Did you go on the Doctor Doom tower?
I did go on the Doctor Doom tower.
I know you did, but was that before the Hulk or after?
I think it was after. Or maybe it was before, and then...
I think that's what made you not want to ride it.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Understandable, but if you can do the Rip Ride Rocket, you can do the Hulk. The Hulk's a better ride experience.
I hated the Rip Ride Rocket because it scared me half to death. Although it's a good roller coaster, I will say that. I just hate roller coasters, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like, that's a great ride, the Rip Ride Rocket. It's a good concept. I wish they would smoothen it out a bit, though. It's really jerky.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. Anyway, I would give
it... From the look of it, though, I will say it looks like a pretty decent roller coaster.
It is. It's a very beautiful looking piece of architecture. Like, from an artistic standpoint, like, if I took a professional photo of a roller coaster and put it on the wall, this would be the one to take a picture of.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Because it's so beautiful, and the landscape surrounding it, it's just, I mean, it's something that Disney hasn't even been able to do.
Which is surprising, because...
Well, maybe with the
Matterhorn?
Kilimanjaro, or no, Expedition Everest, that's the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
That one maybe is close, but that coaster's not as thrilling. It's fun, though.
Is that the Matterhorn?
No, that's in Disneyland.
Oh, well... Never mind that.
This is the one with the Yeti.
Yeah, that's
where it goes backwards.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, the Matterhorn's like a bobsled thing.
As you know,
it's kind of like
ladies and
Space
gentlemen.
Mountain.
As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have not been to Disney World.
We'll change that one day.
Maybe.
I think you're gonna want to. You would like it.
I would like it.
You would like it more than Universal, to be honest.
I would, because there's this new Star Wars land that I would really want to go into. However, I don't know, cost-wise and...
it is expensive as hell.
It is.
Well, Universal was too. That drained a lot of my bank account when we went on that trip.
Not as much as Disney, but...
True.
Still, it's
pricey.
Yeah, among other things. Anyway, since I didn't go on this ride...
Yes.
I can't really grade it fairly. From the looks of it, I would probably... And if I like roller coasters, probably give it an A, but I can't, therefore I won't.
I will be giving it a solid A+.
A+.
I love it. It's my favorite roller coaster of all time.
Interesting.
That is my favorite. There are even the ones at Six Flags, which are, more about the thrill element than even the theme, but...
AKA the Batman.
Yeah, I mean, Batman's a great one too. I love that ride. And... Yes, folks, there was a man who got decapitated there because he stupidly climbed over the fence to grab a hat or something.
He was an idiot.
Which is not smart.
Yeah, however, Six Flags needs to make like a fence that's
There was a fence.
That's so high
that's
they can't
the point.
Jump over it.
He didn't jump. He just climbed that high. That's the point.
Well, then...
He really just did not think that one through. I don't know what he was doing.
Do they have signs that says don't climb the fence?
They have signs that say do not enter, danger, hazardous area, authorized personnel only.
Okay, well, that guy was an idiot, and he's going to the idiot afterlife, so there you go.
For sure. But anyway, point being, Six Flags has some great coasters, but none of them were quite there to the Hulk. The Hulk wins because of the theming. I'd say ride-wise, there are some that are on par with it, but the theme
of the
and
Hulk.
the green color of it and the nostalgia from my childhood,
Yeah.
A+ all day long.
I mean, if I went in there, probably dive into the comic book aesthetic and all that. Kind of like Spider-Man.
It even had like a gamma reactor thing in there.
Oh, well, there you go.
In the waiting area, which is cool.
I mean, I would probably dive into this a lot more with, like, Spider-Man, I guess.
Spider-Man did it better, though. There's less of that at the Hulk.
Yeah, I guess because, more people associate themselves with Spider-Man than the Hulk.
Well, the Hulk's also an outdoor ride, so
That's
there's
also true.
less, of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on the Hulk.
And that is the Hulk, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess we did it in under 10 minutes, I think. So,
Yes.
there you go. Yes. One person's point of view.
Hell yeah.
From a certain point of view.
And now, shall we talk about the meme of the day?
Memeopolis.
For Memeopolis, that's right.
Memeopolis. It's the opolis of memes. Memeopolis.
Opolis is-
Get down with your bad self. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. So,
Michael.
Till it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice.
Rosen.
or should I say Michael Rosen?
The Rosen rap.
The Michael Rosen rap. And it...
Nice.
Psh, nice.
So, since I dived into most of Doug, the
yeah.
Memphis bus driver, because I know him more, I don't know a whole lot about Michael Rosen, aka the Rosen rap.
Well,
All I
Slam...
know, wait, hold on. All I know is Rosen rap and noise, and the fact that he hates memes. So
He hates his own memes, especially.
why don't you dive us into Michael Rosen?
Well, Slam, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time if your scar from your surgery is gonna hurt.
Ow, crap.
Already starting now, but I'll tell you a little bit about Michael Rosen.
Hashtag Rosen rap.
So Michael Rosen is this semi-famous children's author in the UK, already laughing and crying.
Oh.
So essentially these videos he posts are actually him like telling the stories that he writes in his books, or like some of them are like works of poems and something like that. You know how kids' books are.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to read the Michael Rosen rap in a kid's book, you can definitely do that, because that's actually what it's about more than the video. It's more of a thing by chance that he got famous from his hilarious gestures and accent. I mean, let's see, some of these titles, like the Michael Rosen rap of all things, it's like the Jacob Hendricks rap. When I was 0, I had food allergies, and then I almost died, and I had allergies. The Jacob Hendricks rap. I don't know. And the the Linden rap.
Ow, crap.
So, what else? We got no breathing.
Ow,
Sorry.
crap.
That's another good one where he's like, we had to snatch a quick breath under our desks. And what was it? We had a teacher who was so strict, we weren't allowed to breathe during her lessons. And then he goes on to talk about how the whiny kids would be like, Miss, can I go out and do some breathing? And the teacher said, no, you got all playtime to do it. Oh, miss, go on. And
I'll tell you
something
what.
like that.
I'll tell you what, the his like I guess the reason why he hates his memes is because he doesn't want the kids to like
that's
see,
probably why.
yeah, to see.
I get that.
I get that.
100%.
However, his books are meme worthy.
I mean, it's not the
holy-
books, really. The books aren't. It's his performances.
His performances.
That is what's meme-worthy right
and
there.
the books, because the kids can't breathe.
I
and
mean,
the kid
it's
has
just
to breathe.
one of
and he's
those, like, stupid, silly, funny kids things that help
Yeah.
them learn how to read.
I guess, but it's like
There's,
it's so
you know-
it's so weird. It's like how I used to learn to read was like this one book. It was like a tall book. It's like there's a party in the forest, said the rabbit to the squirrel. It's like
What?
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
like
party
this-
in the forest.
there's like
Oh, yeah! Let's get hype in the
No,
forest!
it's like
Shots, yeah!
no all these it was
Oh,
like all
man.
these animals having a birthday party for this baby deer, and it was like, okay, this is cool. This is nice.
You want to know what
Kids
I learned how
not
to read on?
wait.
Oh,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
Kids not breathing in a school in a school classroom, and the teacher being like, "No, you can't go out to breathe." That's kind of disturbing.
And like, it gets better. I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. So in this story, what happens is you have to apparently snatch a quick breath under your desk. You open the desk up, because it's one of those you open up and your stuff's in there. You open it up, you stick your head in it and go... Literally just like that. Watch Michael do it. He did it just like that. And then you have to lower the desk really quietly, because if you do it too loud, you'll get in trouble. And then there was a point where I think a kid did that, and the kid had to go to like solitary confinement or something.
What the
something
heck is
crazy.
this
I was
book?
like, oh my god, Michael.
Holy
What
crap.
are you doing, Michael Rosen? Stick to the rap.
This is like this is not a little kid's book. This is like
It's a little disturbing for
It's like-
kids.
maybe like 11-year-old can read this, or a 10-year-old, but not like a 4-year-old. I mean, what the heck is this?
Well, there's more.
Like, oh my gosh.
There's like we just said, the Michael Rosen rap, where he talks about these life events in a rap form. You know, he could talk straight out of his mother's womb or something.
Oh my god.
And
How do you not make this a meme, Michael?
I mean, he
My
juked
gosh.
and jived around that room, bada bada bing bang, bawak bamboo, something like that. And then he just talks about other stuff, and then there's the classic hot food, where he goes, psh, nice. And it's all about where they're having a family dinner, and you have the potato was really hot, and all the siblings take a chunk on the spoon and they blow it till it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice. But then his dad apparently takes a great big chunk of potato and stuffs it in his mouth, and that really does it. His eyes pop out. He spits it out and says, "Watch out, everyone, the potato's really hot." Then makes this weird face, kind of like we're seeing now.
Yeah, I'm still seeing if he's alive.
Oh, he is. He is.
Okay. I mean,
Medical? Oh, he dropped out of medical school, too.
oh gee, I wonder why.
Middlesex Medical University.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm just okay. So he is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. He's still going to make those memes. Anyway,
Yeah, he still makes videos, I think.
anywho, so I get that we live in different societies with like the English and Americans, and how, you know, each one's like are different and all that, with like
Yeah.
terms of, you know, letting our kids experience different things. Like, for instance, James and the Giant Peach. That's very dark stuff.
Yeah.
And yet, you know, it was British and they got that, and, you know, kids liked it in America, but it's not like a 4 to 6 year old book. but his writings are just
This is
so
very bizarre.
bizarrely weird.
Like, we got one called Useless Information. I'm reading some of the titles here.
Useless information.
Puzzle 1, Puzzle 2. I guess there were some puzzles in there.
There's a puzzle trilogy.
Conversations with a 2-year-old. Me and my brother. I can get that.
I'm
Fridge. Babysitter. Oh, yeah. Babysitter is the one about sitting on babies, I'm sure.
Sitting on babies.
But there are all kind of memes out there where
Good, because
they have him. It's like Michael Rosen's horrible bathroom experience where he's like, the plunger was stuck to my butt, and he's like, uh-oh, the poop was in the plunger or something. I was like, oh my god, what is this? And then they took the Michael Rosen rap and put a beat to it.
I mean, honestly, like, Michael Rosen poop would probably be a book. That's the weird part. Like,
Yeah,
all
he'd
his
probably
books,
do that.
he'd probably write it. I mean, holy crap. So,
Sometimes you let so much out of your arse, you have to use the plunger.
I mean, okay,
Oh.
so here's the deal, Michael Rosen.
Michael, my god.
Mike, if you're watching this or listening to this,
Yes.
if you are, which you probably aren't, but if you are, I understand you wanting to, keep your image good, I guess, for the youngins.
Yes.
But, I mean, how can you not meme
Yeah, I know.
this? I mean, not to, influence your artistic integrity, because everyone should write about what they want to, if it, is in the realms of, like, morals.
Yes.
If it was
morals.
morally right, then fine.
Right.
You can write whatever you want. However, your books are really, like, bizarre to Americans. Therefore,
Yeah.
wherever we find bizarre or weird
We're
or
gonna
hilarious,
meme
we're
it.
going to meme it.
It's
so,
gonna be memed.
yeah, it will be memed. So if
And,
you don't want to be memed, then write something that's not bizarre.
And the stereotypical California millennial king of memes or whatever. I don't know if you've seen his channel.
I have not.
Okay, we're gonna review him on an episode coming soon.
To a theater near you.
Oh my god, this guy, I used to like him, but now I got annoyed. He's very, very stereotypical California liberal hipster. Sorry if you're a liberal party supporter. I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying this is the stereotype he defines.
I don't associate with him.
And
Don't be mad at me.
He's
Anyway,
just like always saying hella this, hella that, and always talking in this kind of voice. That's gonna be one hella great video. And remember, memes are king. Or it's like that. Oh, God. Why? God, why? I can't remember his name. Anyway.
Michael Rosen should make a book about him, and then we'll meme it.
Memes are trash. I don't know.
Even though you are the most meme-worthy author probably ever. Except for a maybe. One who might rival him, maybe, is John Green, who wrote The Fault in Our Stars, and
Oh, really?
yeah. He's actually a YouTuber as well.
Huh.
And I follow his channel, and he would probably be fully all in on memeing him. That's the issue though. So yeah, Michael Rosen,
Yeah.
please allow us to meme you. This is a free country. Hey, we can do this. This ain't China.
Huh.
This ain't.
It's all in good fun.
It is all in good fun.
We just have to educate our children to be smart and not watch things they're not mentally mature enough to understand or need to know yet.
Or read things that are so bizarre and so freaking weird.
Fair
man.
enough. But
Stop.
that's
stop smoking your marijuana and like having all these weird ideas and putting it down on paper. However, you can do that if you want to. Just artistic rendering, I guess.
Yes.
Different cultures. And now that is it for Michael Rosen. Michael Rosen, keep on
Being awesome.
being
in your own
awesome
way.
and being eccentric and all that. And yeah, he's actually the same age as, which is weird, but he's the same age as Obama and
Really?
George W. Bush.
Oh, like early 60s?
No, 1946.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It's either George W. Bush and Bill Clinton, or George W. Bush and
I think it's Clinton and
Obama.
Bush. No,
Clinton
Obama
and Bush.
I think's a little bit younger.
I think so, maybe.
He's younger than my parents, I know.
Yeah.
By a little bit.
So it was like 1946. Michael Rosen was born in 1946. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Anyway,
Well, that's
now
all I got.
onward to the as you probably heard, he needed to stretch.
I did, sorry.
And now onward to the recommendations, if you will.
Yes.
Son, why don't you give us a recommendation on a truck?
Sure. So, if we're specifically talking about recommendations, I would go with the 97 to 03 F-150. But, from what I remember, the way we're doing this is, it's like a recommendation for something that is underrated.
I mean, you can pretty much recommend whatever you want,
Yes.
but this is what I want, like what I'm envisioning for this podcast is to have kind of a recommendation thing where people who don't know quite like a specific type of thing, if they want to get into it, then they can go and see this,
Oh, okay.
this like this other thing that if they don't want to see our like best and worst,
Okay.
they can go and see this other thing and be like, oh, well, this is good.
Okay. Got it.
Most of the time it is underrated, like for
So
me at
it's
least,
more
but
like
you can do like
not,
whatever you want.
Like not being well known.
I guess.
A hidden
which is-
gem.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I got it.
if you want to do that, you can recommend, the most popular Ford F-150 if you want to as well. It's up to you, honestly.
Well,
But the way I see it is kind of like in that realm.
Okay.
So I'll kind of be doing it. I'll be doing it like that. You can
Alright.
do it however you want to.
well, I know
It's a
I'm
free
gonna do
country.
It is.
You can do what you want.
Yes. And now I'm going to do it this way. And that is, like I said, the 97 to 03 trucks are great, but they're more well known to be dependable. What not a lot of people realize is the generation before that, the 87 or 8, can't remember, 87 or 88 through 96 trucks. Those are pretty good trucks too. I hear a lot of people talk about putting a lot of miles on them and that they just keep running, especially with the what is it, the 4.9 liter inline 6-cylinder. That motor is built like a tank. And of course you get one with either the 5.0 V8 or the back when it was the OG 5.0. When you have that or the 5.8 liter V8, those trucks are still decently reliable. They're maybe not as good as the 4.9, but I wouldn't shy away from one. So, they're not. I don't hear a lot of people talk about them. I do hear a lot of people praising the 88 through 98. Yeah, 88 through 98 GM trucks. And don't get me wrong, they're amazing. That's why we have one. But they're not... I mean, the Fords from that era aren't talked about as much. And I think they're probably just as good. Maybe even better in some ways, worse in others. I feel like they were built very well. And, they can be had for a little bit less money than the GM trucks. So... a great value in a pickup there. So, if you're looking for a good used truck, check out an 87 to 96 F Series. And that is my recommendation. What is your recommendation?
Well, I'll tell you. As I said, animation, there's a lot
Yes.
of great works.
You're right.
A lot of great DreamWorks stuff. A lot of, every Pixar movie's great. A lot of great Disney stuff. I will say this. Even, some, not a lot, but there is some good, Illumination animation films.
Yeah.
The DreamWorks, no, not the DreamWorks, Despicable Me series, excluding Minions,
Right, of course.
is pretty good. Everything else is pretty trash.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that.
And, yeah, so I think a form of animation, though, that has been really overlooked, since the dawn of animation, I guess, is stop motion animation.
Really?
Yeah, because we get a lot of 2D animation
We do.
from Disney, especially back in the day.
Right.
Especially today, we get a lot of CGI animation.
Yes.
Or it's computer generated animation.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
Toy Story and all that. Pixar,
Right.
they haven't done a single movie without CGI.
Yes.
The Prince of Egypt was very close to being on this list because this, The Prince of Egypt is very, very awesome, I would say. The music in this movie, it rivals The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast.
Wow.
It is so good.
Okay, cool.
There are some story elements that kind of suck, but overall it's a fantastic Moses movie. And it's and on top of it, it's a Moses musical. Holy crap.
Wow.
That is
A Moses musical.
Yeah, you would think that this would be stupid.
Yeah,
but
they did it well, I guess.
They did it fantastic, and I would probably talk about this some other time, but
Okay.
I just gotta pick something that would align with that. Anyway, that's not it though.
Yeah.
Stop motion animation. This is a art form, okay? You gotta spend so much time moving this figure ever so slightly,
Yeah.
and yet make it like it was moving in real form, and make an hour and a half movie is 5 years of just constant, taking picture, move a little bit, take a picture, moving a little bit.
Yep.
And that's when you actually have a good story. That's not even including the pre-production stuff or anything like that, or development process. The champions of this so far, I mean, there's The Nightmare Before Christmas and all that. There's Frank and Weenie, whatever.
Right.
But the champions of this, in my opinion, is Leica.
I agree.
Do you know who Leica is?
Yeah.
Leica made Coraline, which it's their big tentpole movie. I think it's Paranorman. I love Paranorman.
Right.
But the one movie that I think they knocked it out of the park with, many people don't really talk about nowadays, is Kubo and the Two Strings.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, exactly. See? Not many, a lot of people heard about this when it came out. Not many people talk about it nowadays. But Kubo and the Two Strings is kind of like Avatar, The Last Airbender, if you kind of suck a little bit of the comedy out of it. It is a straightforward, drama, honestly. It's an action-adventure drama.
Huh.
With a little bit of comedy mixed in, of
Yeah.
course, but it's not about the comedy.
Hmm.
This was directed by Travis Knight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's the same guy that directed Bumblebee.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's probably good then.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, what he does, and I've seen this in Bumblebee and in this movie,
Right.
is where there's action in there, yes, and the action's good, but it's not about the action. It's about the story, and it's about the characters. That's what this Kubo and the Two Strings is all about. It's about Kubo, who lost his mother due to, like, her going, like her, she's like in a vegetable, pretty much.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so he has to go find her soul, pretty much, using his two strings, and finds his father, who is Matthew McConaughey.
Huh. Wow.
And he's kind of like this, I don't know, this lobster kind of guy, half lobster, half man or whatever.
Huh.
And he has to deal with the forces of evil. And I just gotta say right here, what they were able to do with the models and the animation,
Right.
like all these are like tangible things, but like what they did was beautiful. This thing is gorgeous to look at.
Huh.
The music's not really that memorable, but the animation's like gorgeous. The story is like an epic. This is like, I don't know, like if you would see like the Odyssey or something, it's kind of like that epic scale. Okay?
Huh.
There's so much going on. I'm not going to like detail what goes on in there because I want everyone to go in it with open eyes, but honestly, it is just breathtakingly gorgeous and just awesome.
Yeah.
This movie is literally a pure gem of a movie.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Honestly, this would probably get an A+ if I was grading this, but I'm not. So go check this out. This thing needs more recognition because not only does this movie need more recognition, but Laika itself needs more recognition.
I have seen Coraline.
Yeah.
So it was
Coraline is
a decent movie, so
yeah, Coraline is
they have
their
talent.
like yeah, Coraline is their like tentpole movie. It's their first movie technically. They're based in like I think somewhere around the Eastern American shoreline, I guess, somewhere around there. They're not based in Atlanta. I know they're like based somewhere. No, they're not that. They're based in Oregon.
Oh,
There we go.
that's the complete opposite.
That's the complete opposite. They are not. Yeah, they're not. They're not based in California, but they are based in Oregon, which is, I guess, they get more deals when it comes to getting the talent up there and all that. Anyway, Laika is kind of going through some stuff right now, like with Missing Link. They lost money with Missing Link, which I thought was fine. Story-wise, it wasn't that fantastic of a movie. But Laika's losing money, and right now they don't have a project coming up, which is...
That's not a good sign.
It is not a good sign. It's kind of crap. And
It's a sign of bankruptcy.
it is, and we can't let this go down. Okay, we need this to grow because I love the movies that they make. They make some quality stuff. Like so far, I think the worst movie that they've made was Missing Link, and that was good. I think that was good. Like all their other movies were fantastic. We need talent like this. We need animation houses like this.
Huh.
It's just people don't like, I guess, stop motion animation. It looks weird, which granted, but I mean, they're getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
I think they need more. I think they need more houses like this. Laika,
I agree.
Laika's great.
They are.
Yeah. So go out there and support Laika with buying their Blu-rays and DVDs and buying their movie downloads and all that. Don't pirate, kids.
Yes, don't be pirating.
So, that's it for this podcast.
That's it.
It is. So, what will your best and worst segment be for next week?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the best and worst department stores.
Okay, I'll be down with that.
How about you?
Well, dang. To go along with that, I guess. Go with it's kind of
Tough choice, huh?
it is a tough choice. Yeah. I'll go with tell you what. I'm gonna go totally different direction.
Okay.
Best and worst country song.
All right. I'm down for that.
Because there's some choice words I would love to talk about the country industry.
Okay. I've got some
Or no, the
best
country
and worst for that too.
the country music industry.
Fair enough.
Put it like that.
As
And,
a guitarist, I can relate to that. So
Yes. Awesome. So, I think our next theme park review or theme park ride review is something that will kind of coincide with me going into like this Harry Potter
yes.
like frenzy now.
Uh-huh.
Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey,
Really?
the ride or whatever. That
Okay.
thing, because I remember it being pretty good. I got some good, quote unquote, I got some good footage for that.
All right, good.
And yeah, there's
It's a
that.
good one to talk about, and I believe that concludes
No,
today's
nope,
episode.
that does not.
Does it
conclude.
not?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
I'm not leaving yet, folks.
No, son. We got two more things to talk about.
Yes, you're right. My apologies.
Memopolis.
What's Memopolis? I had one earlier.
Yeah, you did, and then you forgot about it.
Let's see. Let's go with
We could go for an oldie.
I had one. Oh, MOG videos.
MLG videos.
Yes,
The
those
heck
are
is that?
hilarious.
The heck is that? Give me one.
Like a MOG Thomas the Tank Engine, for example.
Oh, like dun 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 dun. dun, dun.
Smoke weed every day. You know, like that.
Okay. Well, there we go.
It's a
There
whole
it is.
genre on itself
Okay.
of memes.
Well, there you go. I guess there's that one. I would choose the next meme though.
Okay.
And then next YouTube channel thing. Tubing with the YouTubers.
Yes.
I'm going to pick Super Carlin Brothers.
I knew you were.
Yeah. Cuz honestly, I discovered them recently and all of a sudden I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the channel that I modeled my channel after." Or wanted to model my channel after.
Interesting.
Like this is like they exceeded what they wanted to and more. So I can't wait to talk about them.
All right. I'll have to try and watch their videos some.
Yeah, at least watch. So here's how that's gonna go. We're gonna watch the their like one of their early videos, watch their recent video, and then compare most of their content as a whole.
All right.
Like with the gaming historian.
Sure. All right, cool.
And that's it, folks.
That's all.
That's all, folks. Dun 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 dun. Congrats on another great run of this podcast,
Why,
son.
thank you. Same to you.
Let's hope that there's another comment to laugh about
We'll see.
in the later years.
We'll see.
Or the later next
Days.
podcast. Anyway,
Yeah.
adios, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you on D Podcast number 8, or whatever the heck this one
And
is.
this is Slam and Skits signing off. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum.
Duh!